Hello, everyone. Happy Black History
I wonder.
Month. It's
Right.
February. Had to wear my little Wakanda Forever shirt just to let y'all know.
Look, my alarm is currently set to, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all. And so
And
that's all I hear. And I'm blackity black, and I'm black, y'all. Like every day. Yeah, that's it.
you know how it go. You know how it go. So we are bringing you our little review of You Season 4, Part 1, which I have
Yes.
no idea why they have split this into two parts because they only gave us five little
Laziness.
episodes.
Laziness.
Why? Why would y'all give us five episodes? But for those of you who have been following the show, um, for the past few seasons, we thought that this would be a good
Mhm.
time to drop it on Valentine's Day because
Because it's a love story.
it's a very wayward love story.
Right.
This is not the
And
love
it
story
just
you want
dropped.
to be
So
wrapped in. So,
we had to get to it.
and we gave y'all enough time to watch it. So, this is a
Now, I'm
spoiler.
going to dispute that, girl, because we binged the shit out of this. We did not give y'all time. But if you have not watched it, cut this shit off till later because there are spoilers.
It's only
Come
five
back.
episodes. It dropped what Thursday. Y'all have
Thursday.
time to.
Friday. It dropped Friday.
It did.
Yes.
Oh, I don't know why it came out Thursday. You sure it was the
Or
ninth?
was you up at midnight on Thursday?
Mm-mm.
Because you know how you work into the wee hours and you might have
No,
just
it
looked up and
did. It
been like,
come
oh,
at.
there it is.
It was Thursday. It came out the ninth.
Oh, I thought it was Friday, child. So
Nope.
I was even a day late. I'm mad about that. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Y'all had Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Today is Tuesday, Valentine's Day. We gave y'all but enough time. This gonna be spoiled because we got to talk about this. It ain't but five episodes, but we're gonna dive right
Right.
in. And before
Right.
we do, um, I have a nice little cutesy Valentine's Day drink, Stella
Yeah, she got her
Rosa
wine.
Berry. I said, something like I always have these little silly glasses and nice little things to drink. I said, you know what, today I'm gonna keep it simple so that y'all can see the pink from the Stella Rosa Berry.
The
Keep it simple
berry. I need
today.
to try the berry, y'all. I done got stuck on the Stella Rosa whiskey. No, brandy. It's
The brandy.
brandy. I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry. I'm sorry. It's brandy. That tropical passion or tropical something. I can't even tell you what it is right now, but that shit good. But today's not that's not what I'm on. So today I'm a little y'all gonna hate me, okay? I, amongst very few, am in love with this Jack Daniels fire. And the reason I'm in love with it is because I was also the person that loved Fireball all my life. I
Is it
never
do it
grew
got
out
like a
of
cinnamon flavor?
yes, yes,
Okay.
honey, yes. I never grew out of I chew big red gum. I love
That's my
cinnamon.
mama favorite gum.
Yes. And people hate anytime I go somewhere, I gotta worry about it like chewing my gum because people hate it. So if you don't like big red gum, I don't care. But what I have today is some Jack Daniel's Fire and some apple cider. Because it's cold outside, my throat a little scratchy. So I'm not drinking to get drunk. I'm drinking because grandma said put a little whiskey on it, it'd be good. So Jack Daniel's Fire, it is cinnamon flavored. If you don't like cinnamon, kick rocks. Shit's good. 2 ounces of that, top it with your apple cider, and you got a good drinky drink. Clear your
Now,
throat a little bit.
are you drinking it room temperature or do you warm yours up just a little bit?
Hey, you gotta warm that cider up just a little bit, just a little bit.
All
Little
right.
warm cider. You got a cinnamon stick, go stir it in there. This was too tall for a cinnamon stick. I got one, but it was just too tall for me to be in there
Mm-hmm.
like this here. So yeah, get your good old cinnamon stick, stir it up a little bit. If you really want, you can even top some cinnamon on top of that if you want to. You don't need it though. This fire is good without it. But yeah, that's what we at today. There's probably a name for this cocktail, and I don't know what it is, but today that's what I'm drinking.
But that's a nice little bottle for Valentine's Day too. I like the red label.
Right? I wasn't even
Mm-hmm.
thinking about it. Look at her.
Look at that.
You
Look at
can't, my green screen be messing me up, y'all. But this
that.
Jack Daniel's Fire. They need a commercial. I'll be in it.
We tried to do a little something, bring y'all a little pop of color for Valentine's Day.
Tennessee Fire. My bad. I love Tennessee Fire. Okay, there you go.
A little bit. So now that you guys have gotten your drinks, we gave you the spoiler review. We're gonna dive right in. We start off with Joe, who has
Mm-mm,
now
mm-mm,
changed
mm-mm.
his
That
name
man name is
to Jonathan Moore.
now. If y'all know me personally, y'all know why I roll my eyes at this. Because baby, we do not know each other. Okay, why y'all is shaming my good name? Mm-mm. We are not related. As soon as I saw this new name, I was like, ain't that a bit? Ugh. More. Go somewhere. Our last
Yeah,
name ain't even common. I don't
Mr.
like that.
Mr. Moore over here in England then tried to start over, start a new life. And then we soon find out that he ended up there after a failed attempt to reconnect with Marianne,
Marianne.
who has now
Mm-hmm.
joined the Black Final Girl Club because she did escape Joe. Not everybody gets to escape Joe scot free, but she got out of there.
Because
So I'm
she's
proud.
still in his heart, girl. It's a
She
love
got,
story, I'm telling you.
she got out of there because I thought you said you loved me.
That
He
was
hit her
before
with
I
it.
found out you killed everybody around me, bruh. Ooh.
Exactly. So he tried to be Mr. Romantic in Paris. I'm gonna go get my girl. And she had already, was like, no, no, sir. I'm not the one. I'm not. And she had a knife because she was ready for him. Even though it was a failed attempt, but I appreciate the try because
I-
he snatched that knife so fast. Um,
But that scene killed me because at first she looked genuinely happy to see that man. Like she is that is that Joe? And it looked like she was excited. And then fear crossed her face, like, oh shit, bitch, that is Joe. Stop it. Like, I think she had to remember why she ran away in the first place. Cause she still got feelings for the man. Cause I wouldn't have stood there and talked to you if I thought you was coming to kill me. When you walked up on me, I would have went
mhm.
straight to jabbing, not know, oh, happy to see me. I was, but you killed your wife and that. None of that. None of that.
Mhm.
You would have been gone before you
She
got
did.
too close to me.
So yeah, you could tell she didn't want to hurt him, but there was that fear there that he's the person she ended up falling in love with was a serial killer.
And
That's
kill her baby dad.
even though he really wasn't a good man, he wasn't. Um, but still, nonetheless, Joe is a bit of a serial killer, and she just was not trying to live that lifestyle. And so we see Joe kind of dealing with the aftermath of the heart. So he's lost his wife. He done lost his the new love of his life. He had to
And the
give this up,
baby, he done get the baby up.
gave this the son away. Now he's trying to restart a life in England under this new name and being Joe. Why was you up there in them people's university?
Because Joe said he liked books and he liked books enough to finesse a career out of it. That was the perfect finesse for him. He didn't read all that shit.
I said, why?
Or
How
we
you
thought it
low key?
was.
You supposed to be playing low key, and he up here in somebody's institution teaching folk children and whatnot. I said, you ought to be ashamed.
Because the man told him you can get any job you want with these papers. So he went for the good stuff.
So, yep, he out here trying to live his best new life under this new identity and falls in with this uh, crew of rich socialites, which
Ugh.
I'm not a fan of anybody out of that crew.
I don't like the portrayal of the socialites in this. All of them have that stereotypical airhead, spoiled
Snobby.
brat, snobby persona. None of them are down to earth except for the one chick, and then she's so busy trying to be a bitch all the time. You can't like her either. What's her
Mm.
name? The girl he's so busy protecting. What's her name?
Yeah, I ain't even pay attention to her enough to even really remember what her name was.
I'm not gonna do y'all like that on this. I'm because damn, he done said her name 1,000 times.
I feel like it started with
Uh,
a J.
mm-mm, mm-mm.
Could be wrong. But the neighbor,
Her boyfriend was Marcus.
Malcolm.
Oh, my Malcolm. I had to
Hmm.
try to make him a brother. Malcolm. Malcolm got killed. What was Malcolm' girlfriend name?
You let look this up.
Look, that's so sad. We just watched it.
Exactly. See, that's why these characters are quite forgettable. They're forgettable. Um, very forgettable. None of them stood out to me. I don't
Anyway,
really. I wasn't here for the. I wasn't here for that cast
I
of
don't like
people.
I don't like her, the girlfriend. I can't think of her name. She gonna find you. I see she looking. I don't like her.
Hmm.
The girl Phoebe, she has a good heart, but she is the stereotypical airhead, so she gets on my nerves. Um, the dude that's in love with the girlfriend,
Kate,
the little
her name Kate.
Kate, that's her name, Kate. See, I don't even like that name, Kate. Okay, so I didn't like Kate. I didn't. Malcolm was an ass from jump. I thought he was gonna kill him on the strength of he was
Just getting
talking
on his
shit.
nerves. Exactly.
Listen, it's just like, oh, he annoying. He gonna die first. I was right, but not in the way we thought. Um, Phoebe, she got a good heart, but she's stereotypical airhead. I do not, absolutely do not like that they made the one person of true melanin in this cast the most vain, obtuse, stupid character in the bunch.
I like Dion from Clueless more than I like this black chick in season 4 of You.
But she's supposed to be an African princess.
Mhm.
What is this? This is not African greatness. This is not royalty. I was pissed about that. And it's probably because I'm black, but whatever. um, and then all the dudes are dumb. I probably like the Asian sister the most. Again, name what's her last name? Sue something Sue.
Hmm.
Her the one who brother got killed. I like her the
Right.
most out of the cast, and that's just because she knows how to play the role. And she was smart, but she chose to be take the easy route. She chose to be the content creator, getting paid, but she was smart.
So yeah,
But she could have done other shit.
just like with her and her scamming brother Simon. That's why he ended up dead. Scamming poor
Simon was an
people.
ass. I knew he was gonna die. He was an ass from jump.
Yeah, this that whole crew. So I'm like, Joe, of all the people you could have been friends with, you fall in a group of this bunch of airhead, rich, snobby people
Right.
that are in no way down to earth, friendly, giving. They're all very pretentious. And falling into this group, he's not the only one who is perhaps annoyed by their pretentiousness and their snobbiness. And we eventually stumble across the Eat the Rich Killer.
Eat the rich killer, bro. Even the name they gave him was stupid. It's like, oh, eat the rich. Why y'all serial killer names supposed to strike fear? That don't strike fear. Or maybe because I ain't rich.
Yeah, it might have looked they was a little shaken up by it, and we find Joe in a position that he has not been in before, and now he is getting the experience of what it's like to be stalked.
Right.
Somebody is trying to beat him at his own game. They have figured out his real name. They know where he lives. They know that he's killed people. They know he's not really, a professor
They
and
watching him.
watching his every move. He don't know where, how they're finding him, where they're at. And not only that, they're not watching him for the sake of I want to snitch on you, but I want you to join me in murdering these rich snobby people because I know you're good at it. Let's be good at it together. But Joe is like, I'm trying to turn a new leaf in life.
And I feel like I do think that the killer evolved because in the beginning, I think it was a simple setup just to get rid of Malcolm at first. And it kind of evolved into, oh, now I got him. I thought I seen him clean up this mess. Instead of panicking and getting framed like I planned, we gonna take this further and I'm gonna get away with it. Because he know what the fuck he doing even when I don't. Um, but I definitely like the twist of him now being stalked versus being the stalker. Even though he still was very stalkerish in the season, he
he
was trying very
he
hard not to.
he very much was still very. I laughed almost every scene that we got with Joe where he was like, because he was technically he was stalking Kate.
Was and that's how it started. So that exactly why he thought he killed Malcolm, because he was like, oh shit, I done knocked off the boyfriend.
Because it's like I love the camera angles and the camera pan overs and from some of these episodes where they show Kate and then they show emptiness and then you see Joe floating his ass right on through. Or Joe, or see, and you see him somehow easing his way and into view to let you, like, they want us to know.
He was always there.
Don't, you know, don't for a second think that just because he may be the prey now, that it ain't still in him.
Why she don't never pull them damn curtains was my question. You want this man to stop looking in your window, baby? Close the damn curtains, because I feel like you was inviting him to watch you. Close the curtains,
And then
sis.
getting mad at him.
Be looking at him out the
Oh,
window like, get out my house, but close the curtains, boo.
why are you peeking? And why that you're just being no girl, turn to get some blinds or something.
Okay. I ain't never been overseas, so I don't know if this is not a thing over there, but I just was confused. Confused. Um, but so 5 episodes. What was it? 3 deaths? Yeah, 5 episodes, 3 deaths.
Let's see, we had
You had Malcolm
who died?
first,
Malcolm, Simon,
then you had Simon, and then
Rold. Not Rold didn't die.
no, Roll was the
No,
crazy
one of the girl was it Gemma?
Gemma. Gemma was a
Gemma.
third.
Oh, and
That
don't
was
forget the other 4 deaths. The one
uh-oh.
guy that was like he that snuck up on him in the mortuary.
Oh, he was incidental. You had to go because you was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. The security guard.
Yes.
That's right. Um, I forgot about him. You know what? And I like him too, because he playing a lot of other stuff. Is the security guard that know the most. He used to be on that show. He played a butler on that show. What was it? It was a remake of an old soap opera. Oh, it's gonna come to me later. I'm gonna tell you, but I really like the show a lot. Anyway, I like his character.
Yeah, he was messing with the
But
wrong one,
he,
rolling up on Joe.
yeah, he didn't know what he was getting into. I feel like when you saw them smashing in the cemetery, sir, you should have went on about your business. Why you still was following it? That was
Black,
weird.
because them Pete just grimy. Just I don't like. Actually, I take that. But one person I'm actually I think she kind of all right was his student. I think it was Nadia. Might be her name. The
Mm-mm.
name.
Something about Nadia don't rub me right.
Yeah, I
Aside
thought
from the fact
actually I
that you were
considered.
smashing Malcolm, something
Yeah,
else wrong with that girl.
I feel like she got some. I'll put it to you this way: she's been a good resource. She's been
For
a good
Joe.
she's been a good resource because she really helped him with the detective work. I'm like she knows quite a lot, quite a bit um about murder mysteries and suspense, and it's very helpful to him because the way I think, I always assume, because Scream has prepared me for this, I always assume that there's two people. I always
One
assume
kill.
I always assume that there's two people. And it could be Nadia might be another one because then she was the one that I think told Joe about Reese.
Is she? Did she? Oh, I don't know. I feel like Reese just kind of was there.
I don't know. I might have to go back and
Because
watch.
he was in the first episode where they was sitting there and they was talking about his book and how he
Yes, because she told Joe about his book, right?
right. And he was like
Mm-hmm.
how, he lived a hard past and it seemed like he went to prison for some real shit and we never got what the real shit was. Um,
Nadia, the one that gave Joe the book that he wrote.
okay, very good. Reese always was sketchy to me. And here we go, boom, spoiler alert if you have not watched it. Reese is the killer. And I thought this from jump because boom, number one, the conversation at the bar. That whole the insight, it just sounded like somebody who did some foul shit. Every time he tried to get his
Mm-hmm.
insight, it just sounded like somebody would have passed. And he was
Mm-hmm.
never around when all the shit was going down. Like Reese was, for him to be a main character, he was a minimal character. And I was confused why he was never there. We had a background. Ain't nobody ever had shit to say about Reese. He was just kind of there. When everybody was grieving the deaths, he was just kind of there. And he was always outside, and they was like, "Oh, that's just Reese." So I always felt like he was suspicious as fuck. Um, but I didn't
Mm-hmm.
catch the motive of why he would be killing these folks that you done brought Joe around.
And then isn't
And
he's trying to run for mayor, is it?
right, well, I don't think they call it mayor over there, but whatever it was, he was trying
Some
to run
kind of
for office.
political office. So knowing
Mm-hmm.
he's now a serial killer, he wants to be in political office.
I mean, it's power. It's a power move. I feel like some of them folks who get too much power always got some dirt under their hands.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and sometimes I believe there's necessary dirt in the world, and other times I be like, "Is you serious?" So I'm not surprised he dirty and running for office. I mean, look at Donald Trump. It happens. So
So yeah, I I feel like it might be wrapped up with some more political conspiracy type theories, maybe in the next part. Might be tied into there. Maybe he might have some more connections, or we might get more background of his,
insight.
yeah,
We gonna have
insight.
to now because y'all done gave him away. Is now he showed his face. He played his hand. His plot didn't go as planned. They lived. So Joe knows now for sure who you are. And
Mm-hmm.
old boy did not die.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so now this part two got to play out. And we got to see his real motives other than you hate the rich. Um,
So
but
what worked for you?
oh, Joe always works for me. I love I love to hear his internal commentary because it's funny. It's deranged, but it's also always very understandable. Like you want to feel bad for Joe because it's always that internal conflict that he don't want to do this shit, but he has this deranged concept of what love is. So Joe always works for me. It never fails. Um, I love the plot twist of it all. I love that he was being stalked.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the story plot was okay. I just this whole rich societal caste system thing was not appealing
So
because there was
that didn't
no
work. It didn't work for me
no
either.
there was
I
no
didn't like the
variety in the personalities for me. Like even if they're gonna be the rich and famous, the bougie, do they all got to be the dumb ones? Like, can we get a genius amongst the bunch who's like this tech god or
like a
something?
yeah, where just because you
Where was the
rich,
Bill Gates?
the
Where was
Tony
the Mark
Stark. Give us
Zuckerberg?
a Tony Stark up in there somewhere,
The
you know?
something.
Some
Um, but no, I'm sorry. We were talking about what did work. Joe worked. Joe worked. The plot twist worked. I just don't like this setup.
so
I ain't like the setup.
that didn't work for me either. I like to be able to have a somebody that I don't want to die or somebody that I'm rooting for within a series. And that didn't work for me because I didn't like anybody from their little clique. I didn't
No.
like them.
You
They
know what else didn't work for me? You that damn roll don't work for me. We can only have one deranged stalker person in the show, and that's Joe. Your stalking is not nearly as great. Your love for Kate is not nearly as admirable as Joe's infatuation with all these women. Like, I don't know what your deal is, Roll, but I don't like it. I don't like it.
She should have let Rose die in the fire.
Listen, when Roll pushed him out the window, I was like, no.
Because
I was scared.
he's one of those people that think his money allows him to do any and everything. And see that because quite frankly, Joe, stop trying to say these people. Everybody in that whole pretentious group can die for me. You know what, Reese? I
Okay.
don't care if you kill all of them. I'm not attached to anybody in that group.
Nobody, not even Kate. Kate, because her
Mm-mm.
bitchiness threw me in the
Mm-hmm.
beginning, and then her wishy washy, like, oh, I'm gonna fuck Joe. I want to fuck him today. I don't want to fuck him tomorrow. That, like, I
And
hated
she
that shit.
snitched on him. She
Sent the
snitched
police
on
right
him
to his door by the man you really didn't care about who
and
was
was like,
smashing all the teenagers on campus.
oh, he's dodging the police. He saved your life, Heffa.
But she thought he was, remember, she said she thought he was a grifter. So she thought that the whole saving her life was a plot anyway. she thought that it was a setup.
Mm-mm.
So she never believed that that was true from the jump.
I don't like none of them. I don't care about Phoebe and her boo and his little weird kink. Lord, y'all could have left that out.
Listen. And the fact that she was like, I got you. Let's go. I'm gonna do it right now. I got a full bladder. Let's go. And he was like, but can you? And when you, and this is what working for him, I was like, this is more than we ever needed.
And
Ever since Golden Showers went mainstream, everybody want to put it on the show. I don't need it, y'all. I don't need it.
y'all could have kept that. That didn't, it
Could
wasn't
have
working for
kept it.
me. I
I'm
don't
so
care.
glad they didn't let that girl pee on that man.
I don't care. I don't care about the stories of people of characters I don't care about. I don't care about Phoebe and her boo. I don't care about Kate and
Well,
Rose and
I
the
mean, it had
conversation
to
that
play
they have together.
into it had to play in everything else because you had to give old boy a reason not to like Joe no more, which was snitching on his
Mm-mm.
king. Because he wasn't on board with getting rid of Joe. He liked Joe. You got to give Phoebe a reason to be on the opposite side with Kate because she had to realize what the fuck was going on. Like it worked for the intricacies of the story, but overall, it was you could have given me something else than a golden shower. I don't know. It was a lot.
It was not
It
working for
was a lot.
me because I knew he was weird anyway. And then they said I think he broke anyway. He owed people money. He had that conversation. So we don't know what's going to be the next
Oh yeah,
step in
because they was
him.
both out there gambling their ass off, him and Malcolm.
So we don't know what that's going to entail for him be owing people money. Are they gonna find out he's broke and he gonna get kicked out of the rich crew clique or whatever once they figure out his financial status or situation currently? They just I guess I didn't care about those characters enough to get side stories because like some side, for
Some
example,
side stories you get into like the last season with old girl and her boyfriend and how she was like the HBIC in the neighborhood and you realize
that
they
lady
wasn't
has
as
been.
perfect as they look. Yeah.
Right. Some side stories I want to know more about. I want to know how they got to be this weird. I'm interested in that because I found them interesting. They were funny. But when you don't care, I'm like, I don't care about these
Kill them
people.
all. Kill them all.
Kill them all, Reese. But what worked for me, of course, was is is Joe. I, the way that Joe in his mind knowing he could just like end these people in a heartbeat, but he has to calm himself to just I'm just, some of the thing he has more internal dialogue than he says out loud.
Does.
So he be
He's
looking at
very
people like they
quiet
crazy.
person in general. And that's why I said I love to hear the internal dialogue because it's so much from somebody who says nothing most of the time. And I enjoyed Joe on Absinthe. That was the highlight of the damn beginning of the first episode. Joe on Absinthe was hilarious to me because he was like, "What the fuck is happening?" And the internal dialogue was just as funny as the shit he was doing in person.
Yeah,
So
Penn Badgley bodies this role, and it's hilarious. It's even his facial expressions that he uses when
everything.
he looking at the people. He even throws around his white male privilege when talking to the police. Hilarious. he he uses this type of that he uses his white male privilege to be able to gain access to people in order to learn about them. And nobody, even when they suspect him, they they don't.
Because they don't want to believe it. They were like, "Not him, no."
Like maybe, but kind of no. Maybe I don't know.
Because the old
That's
girl, the only person I think believed that he really could have been the killer was that damn Gemma with her
mm-hmm,
mean girl persona, which
mm-hmm,
that's been done. But she probably got daddy issues. What was wrong with Gemma? We ever get a story about why she was such a mean girl?
mm-hmm,
No, not yet. Okay. Well, she's the only one who said it out loud and probably believed it. I think the rest of the team was just like, but I think she truly believed that deep down, and which is why I think that's why Reese killed her next because he didn't want that to be the consensus so early. He still
mm-hmm,
had more shit to do before you pin these
mm-hmm,
killings on him ultimately in the end. Because I still think Reese was out depending killings on him
mm-hmm,
until he had to pivot.
mm-hmm. Oh, of course. You can't trust a serial killer. They'll turn on whoever. No, that's why, and that's how Joe knows he can't trust him because Joe don't trust himself.
I don't trust Joey.
You can't trust him. You absolutely
I feel
can't.
and I feel bad for Joe.
Joe be
Joe
killing
was
people with a
really
straight
spinning in
face.
circles. He was spinning in circles this season though, because he was like, "Is it you? Is it you? Somebody texting me. They watching me right now." He done hit up the assassin that set him free, to ask that man why he's somewhere drinking mai tais, trying to ignore him. Like, I just, Pojo, and you don't want to feel bad for one you know was a killer, but Pojo.
He's been more paranoid than he's ever been, and I think the last time we seen him that paranoid was when he knew that
Love
that
started
love,
killing niggas.
yes, that that love was
That
just as
she
crazy as
enjoyed
he
killing
was.
niggas.
Yes, and then he was a little scared.
Listen, I feel like, and see, again, I feel like Joby, he mean well, because this was life or death for him. He had to get away from love. That's
Hmm.
what the kid, see, that's what Reese said. You killing life or death. Okay, okay. See, he was surviving, y'all. He was surviving. He ain't crazy.
I love it. He
I'm
might.
mad at Netflix, though. What we need two parts for it. Come on with these next 4, 5 episodes, whatever y'all giving me, because y'all didn't even give me long episodes to bust this down into two. I genuinely thought that this was gonna be like full length Stranger Things level.
Movie link, give me an hour 25, hour 15, hour 45. Y'all gave me 5 episodes in part one, and these was like 45-minute, 50-minute episode.
And
No,
then I gotta wait a month for part two.
y'all could have just went on and finished that out. What y'all dragging
I'd
it
have felt
for?
better if y'all dropped, because if they had dropped them weekly, part two would have came on time
Hmm.
for when y'all wanted to release it anyway. Y'all could have gave it to me weekly, and I wouldn't have felt so bad that I binged all 5 of them and have nothing to show for it.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Netflix, don't do that again.
Don't do that no more.
Don't do that.
Y'all be having my heart up with these weekly episodes too, because let me see. Y'all know I be watching a lot of foreign stuff. Outside of my horror love, I have a love for foreign stuff. So when I was watching Alchemy of the Souls, which included some aspects of horror, I was very annoyed that it would come out on a Saturday. But whatever time they just felt like dropping it because it was coming from Japan, that no, Korea. It's coming from Korea.
Korea.
That was killing me. So I have a love-hate relationship with Netflix these days because they doing stuff real weird. I don't like how they move. I don't like how they move.
Y'all are not Hulu. Just give us
Mm-mm.
everything at once. Don't be trying to do this
And don't
spooky
ask
stuff.
me whose password I be using because it's mine. I pay that bill.
It's the same. Don't nobody want to share it no more. But yeah,
But anyway,
that was our little inside look at that. Let us know what you guys seen that we didn't see. Do y'all think maybe it's another person out there helping Reese? Do y'all think that there's a motive that we're not seeing from him yet? Do you think anybody from Joe's past is going to come back and bite him before it's all said and done? Because remember, he jumped. Everybody in America thinks that he's dead per se.
who's
Um,
this baby with? I need more. They showed him dropping him on the doorstep, but I didn't catch who was in the door.
the gay couple from,
Okay,
remember,
okay,
because
from the town.
they weren't allowed. They kept getting rejected from adopting,
Okay, okay, okay. I was
and
like,
so
who is this in the door? Okay,
Joe gave
that makes sense. They
his
would love that
baby.
baby.
Yes, yes. I thought that was really sweet
But
because
then you left some
mhm.
loose ends because now they wonder how they got this baby. Because if
He
both of y'all was dead, this baby should have went to CPS, and that baby didn't go to CPS. How I just end up with them, and then what? Huh?
he still,
That's
that's why
gonna
I'm
come back
like,
and bite him in the ass. It is.
I'm like, especially, and then the Love's family sent the guy out. Like, who's to say he's not gonna go back and tell? Or Marianne, she's still left alive. Who's to say she's not gonna say something? So
We're
I'm
gonna see some
wondering.
more Marianne because that was too easy. That was too
Hmm.
easy. It was too simple. And he snatched that necklace. It's gonna come back around.
That yes, now yes, what are the consequences that he lied and said he killed Marianne? She's still alive. The mercenary finds out that she's still alive. How is this going to blow back on Joe? Is he going to blow up his spot and start telling people he's alive again? So I want to know, outside of the snobby brick crew, how is Joe's past going to catch up back to him in the end. Because see, right
Well, I'm gonna
now
say
his attention, he's distracted right now.
he's distracted, most definitely. And I'm gonna say if
Mm-hmm.
it was that easy for Reese to find his information from the they over there in the UK, this shit happened in America. And I found out all this shit. You
Mm-hmm.
can't tell me somebody in America ain't finna find out.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully part two is gonna give me some more because I don't know, I feel like part one was lacking. I'm gonna say I feel like part one was lacking. Outside of the stalking of the intrigue of Joe being stalked himself, that was it. That
This
was
has
the
been
excitement.
my least favorite season.
Agreed. Agreed.
Sorry.
And I think half of that is because the girl he's stalking ain't even likable.
Exactly. I don't even like Kate. I don't even like her. So I don't
And
like I don't care what happens to her.
and I'm gonna tell you the truth. When he walked in that room and seen Kate in the floor, like, no, not this again. Cause I definitely thought they was gonna go for, oh, she crazy. She been killing these folks and blaming it on him scenario. And I was like, not he finna get in love with another killer. We don't want that. So I'm just very glad that they really want her.
Mhm.
But I don't like Kate. I don't. We said that already. Sorry, y'all.
We sorry. This how we feel about it. What you got for this, Desiree? What we rating this one?
Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna rate the show itself, not my frustration with Netflix. So I'm gonna give this a 3 out of 5 on a skull scale. Just because I need season two to validate the lackingness of, I mean, not season two, but part two to validate the lacking in season one. Like it got to wrap up really good, and the plot resolution, the whatever Reese's ultimate plan, all of that got to be really good in the end to redeem this part one that was meh.
Mm. I'm gonna give it.
That I feel.
I'm gonna give it a 2.5, only because I feel like there's room for. I feel like there's room to make it better. I feel like we can turn this 2.5 into a 3.5 or even four skulls. That's what I
Well,
think.
let me listen. Let me put my key thought real quick. Since we're going to be given portions of the skulls, I'm going to redact my score and I'm now going to give it a 2.8 because it really did make the 3 scale. Very good.
Okay.
But I know we was given portions of a skull because I'm geek. The 2.8 is how I feel.
Okay, we can give it about that. That'll work. See, when we come back and review the second half and look at overall, it could change. So
It could
I'm
change.
I'm hopeful because it always you has always done something different in the conclusion. They always kind of throw
Yeah.
us for a loop with the plot twist. They do something different towards the last few episodes, something we don't see coming. So I'm hoping if
And
they
that's why
stay
I say
consistent with that,
redeem itself. Yeah.
I feel like we can come out we can come out with a better score the second half. But yeah, I'll take it for what it was. I look for the rest of it to come out in March. Make sure you guys
Mm.
subscribe, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share
Follow us
this
on all our
video,
social media
comment.
platforms.
Again, if you ain't in the Horror Hooch Facebook group, I don't
Where you at?
where, TikTok, like I don't y'all are slipping. Just go and join the community.
Y'all is slipping. Join the
Go
community,
and
have yourself a
join.
drink, get you some Jack Daniels, Tennessee Fire. Yeah, I
Don't
really
nobody want no spicy
like
drink. Y'all better
an
get some of this
ambassador
Stella.
for this. Oh, y'all don't understand how much I love this.
Stella
What? Yes. Oh, and then also it's Black History Month, like she mentioned. So keep an eye on the group. We are highlighting some of our Black creators in the horror genre this month.
Mhm.
I plan to work up a list. I'm still working on it, y'all. So it's the 14th. Y'all gonna get it for the end of the month. But I'm looking for some of the newer uh spirit providers that are of African American descent because y'all might not know it, but we making waves in the industry right now. We opening distilleries, we doing our own brands, and I ain't talking about celebrities. I'm talking regular schmegula people
Vineyards
putting
and
on
all.
vineyards and everything. Yes, so I'm gonna work on a list of that because I was excited when I got to looking for stuff the other day. But anyway, get you some.
If you
This
like
ain't black
spice,
owned, but get you some.
if you like spicy drinks,
Look, Jack Daniels, call me.
if you want your
I
drink
got
to
you.
be spicy,
I got you. Call me. I'm gonna promote you all day long.
But
I got it.
yes,
Anyway,
Happy Valentine's Day.
happy Valentine's Day.
Enjoy the rest of Black History Month. We ain't got long. Again,
Never
we got
do.
your needs here.
But I'm Black all year.
Yes, drinks, reviews, memes. We're right here. Let us know and let us know what you think. Yes, let us know what you rated this first half of you.
And let us know what y'all watching. Y'all know we like to hear y'all come. Y'all gave us the reading, okay? We was not looking for the reading. Y'all gave it to us. We watched it. So we will continue to do that. So let us know what y'all looking at. And
what should we be looking at? What should we be reviewing? Like we'll throw some quick reviews and stuff out there. So let us know. We open for March, so let us know what we need to be looking at. What's going on for next month? Let us know.
Talk about. Now it's Valentine's Day. Get up off your social media and go be with your boo and drink responsibly. All that stuff.
It's self-love. Also, take a time for some self-love on Valentine's Day. Do something nice for yourself.
National Singles Day is the day before Valentine's Day.
I'm trying to be positive from a mental health standpoint.
And Side Piece Saturday was the day before the Super Bowl. Okay. But we're not going to keep talking about this.
It's going to be Wednesday.
Because they had to get the weekend dinner in.
Look, we're covering all bases. Self-love, romantic love, forbidden love, getting in messy drama, petty love.
Because that's where you fall. You fall in the forbidden love category, y'all.
Forbidden, yes. Joe is somewhere you don't want to be. We don't want Joe love. We
don't want to be that extreme in love. Mm-mm. And I don't want nobody to love me like Joe love. Nobody. But anyway, I digress. We be always getting off topic, y'all. Have a good afternoon. Thank you for watching.
Look, it wouldn't be us if we didn't. It wouldn't be us.
Thank you for watching Hooch. Like and subscribe. Follow us on all our social media platforms. Bye, y'all.